this is the sub object within that object. Within the set name, within the script, he is now having a tree2 as an object. Tree2 dot click. That you notice now I have clicked onto the tree2. And what is that tree that I have clicked? Schubert location plus minus. This plus minus is iconic. So I clicked onto this name. And this is again a name that is created by Rational for his easy understanding. This may not be the name that is available on the actual screen. Next, once I clicked on it, I came to the inner. There was a within the tree. I clicked onto that inner portion, and this is the part at which I clicked. Right? So this again, I clicked at this part. These are all called XPath. XPath is the default notation of object that he uses. We have a different notation as well. We will try to explain you as we go. Right? Then I clicked onto the place order button. Once I click onto the place order button, these are all the three activities I did it on the first screen, frame, classic CD. So classic CD is a frame name. Under that frame, I did these three jobs. First is I selected the top portion of the script. Then I selected the inner portion of the tree. Then I clicked onto the place order button on the front page. So, generally, what happens in the normal situation, when you record it fast, sometimes the line gets skipped. Because for him to record the script, he needs to go to the object recognition properties. He tries to identify the object, use the appropriate class, appropriate technology, because I never said it is a Java application for Rational. So he has to select the appropriate item and then add that object to the repository. So this activity might take some milliseconds. If you record it fast, sometimes you might ignore that line. So we need to ensure the line that is generated is those lines that we have created. You have to be very careful. Right? And when I clicked onto the member logon page, I have not given username, I have not selected new customer or old existing customer. I just clicked onto the OK button. You can see OK.click on this frame member logon. This is also a frame. This is also a frame. Right? Next, I moved on to the place order screen. There I did some more activities. One, I typed in quantity. So first he placed the cursor, identified the quantity object, and then place order input key. So then he has passed the input key 2. I did a backspace and then I typed the 2. So backspace to remove 1 and then I did the 2. That is what he is doing now. Can I remove the backspace? Of course you can remove the backspace. That means if 1 is already there, 2 will be typed by the side of the 1. These are all the finer points that you need to understand. This will come as the experience. Then I typed it on card. So he selected the card number where I typed. Then he put again the place and order. Right? This is the object name. On that object name, he is typing the input key. Right? So he now did those entries 12, 12, 12. Then I typed it on expiration date and then I typed it on again place order, the expiration date is typed. Finally I clicked it onto the place order button in that screen. Then I moved on to the message box and I clicked onto the OK button in that message box. You have successfully saved an order and so and so. And that OK is what this is. And finally, we have closed the classic application because we have invoked the application in the beginning of the line. So I close the application on the end of the line. The portion that you see click, these clicks are called methods. So click is an event that I am doing on that activity. Right? So, and then if you see input keys is also a method. right? And that method is actually you are trying to input the keys onto the object say called quantity. So these two lines makes one actual line. The action that you have done is converted into two lines. You right? Is this clear as of now? This is the object.action. Object.action is a default methodology followed by any of the technology in today's concept. Right? So now we identified the object and you have performed an action on the object, and where you want to make an exact click, you have to add the call. I can make a click in multiple places. So where I make a click is the one is default you take. Sometimes you may have to change that. You can change that as well. Right? Right. Next is I want to execute this. I am not getting into details of what is class map, etc., etc. I am trying to now just replay back. See what is happening. That's it. Right? So I click on now replay button. This is the replay button. I recorded the script. I am going to replay the script. It might be too fast for you to get the refresh because he does it very fast. He doesn't do it in the way we did it, slowly. So I script now, run it. Right? I go to next. This is where you can configure the iterations. This page is very important. Right? So now I click next, run arguments. This is where the iterations are set. I say finish. Now he will open the application. Opening the application, you might be seeing it now. He's playing back. You can see the right hand portion playing back. Right? I'm pausing it now. I'm pausing it. Now you can see the application is open. He's supposed to click on to the OK button. So OK does click. That is why I stopped the line. So I play it again. Right? You can see an unexpected error. Because the transition is not happening. I intermediately stopped. By the time I stop it, you move to the different line, but actual action is not performed on that actual object. That is, he has actually moved on to the member page. This is what the exceptions is all about. How to handle these exceptions, we'll see it little later. I will now redo the run. I stop it. Now you can see there was a unexpected handling of the error. And you can see now exception name. Object not found exception. That OK button is not found. That's perfect. It is because of me. So I don't mind on that error. I now run it again. Run it again. Next. Finish. Log already exists. Yes, you can override. Now I need to. Now he is opening the application, 3-2, selected, place an order. He is able to move all. I hope you are able to notice. Right? You are able to notice now he is able to run it successfully. And this is the log. After that, he has given the log now. What he has done. Please note, they have not made any pass or fail here. He just ran the script as it is recorded. And he has run the script, that's all. Right? This is the application. Start type is Java. Start executable is Java a.jar. He opened it, executed, and he finished. Perfect. Perfectly fine. Now I am going to make a mistake. Let us see how it fails. Once it fails, how we need to manage. We are forcing the failure now. Right? Any questions as of now? You can. There is a question called language. I'm not sure what is that he's trying to ask. So if you can elaborate, it will be easier. If it is language with reference to rational functional tester, as of now, I heard rational functional tester supports multiple languages. The installer is different. You need to install the respective language. Right? For time being, we are familiar with English, so we continue with English. Am I too fast? That also you can, that is what you are meaning by language, that also you can let me know, if it is the case. Now, I'll continue now. First we are moving on to the next level now. How he is recognizing the object. One is of course startup, I don't have issues because it is taken care by the application that you have configured. Absolutely no issues. But how he manages this tree, understanding how he recognizes the object before we move on to the error. So this tree too, how he manages this tree. So this tree to object, if you see into the right hand side, if you see the right hand side, you can see a tree to here. Right? I now try to open the test object map. I open it now. You can see now he has opened the screen private test object map for script 1 and he has moved on to the tree. And here, this is how the tree is recognized. Class index and name. The name, the values I was talking about name value pair. This is what is all about name value pair. Right? Now, when I try to, I now open an application as well. I can open application from a private test object map window as well. I open the same application. I now try to do test object highlight. You can see there is a highlight here. I'll now try to highlight. You see where he exactly highlights. Now you can see that tree 2 is nothing but the top tree. That is the object first he has recognized. Inside the tree 2, what he has done next? If I go to the script back, inside the tree 2, he has clicked onto the path composes Schubert location. So that is what he has done. Right? So he has now went into Schubert. Inside this, he has clicked onto the location. So the location is not known to you, but it is captured by him. So he made to compose a Schubert, that is for sure. And he clicked on this location plus minus. That means I have clicked onto this plus minus icon of Schubert. That is what the action is. Right? So this is what he has done. So these three activities he has done it in the single line. Then next line you can see now he has clicked onto the die. So you can see it over here. Die shown. Muller. So he has clicked onto that link as well. The next is place order. So this is what he has done. So if I try to go back, I go to the place order. I'll go to the test object map now. In this test object, it may not be easy for you. It may not be easy for you to know where exactly that place order is, because if you see the way he is structured, place order button, Java strings button, this is the tree he has selected underneath class Java. Right? Underneath class Java, these are all the two objects he has selected. So you may be wondering this name is not user friendly because this is the name used by the developer on that code. So it may be because of that. Because of that, he may not have, so it is not in our control. This is how the developer has coded, so we are using it in the same way. So, Now, if you want to exactly know where my object is, you can see it in the name over here, place order. You go to the place order here because there are two place orders, place order 2. So here it is place order. Go to the place order here. Right click, you can do the highlight from here as well. Right click, you can click on highlight, it will highlight on that object. As long as it is highlighting, I hope you have noticed the highlight. Yes, please confirm. Right, thank you. Now, this highlight, right, I do a highlight again. Now you can see it has opened the application, it has highlighted and it has come back. That means the object is recognizable. I now go here, I go to the open, I am now into the repository. Now you can see exactly where he is going. He is going on to the button to JavaX string.j button. This is what the buttons are. Perfect, perfectly fine. Now we are into the learning of scores. How he is recognized, under what situation the recognition can fail. This is the place we are into now. Right? So, how he has recognized the object? First portion. Second portion, what is the situation under which the recognition can fail? What is the understanding I have it on that failure? This is where we are trying to now slowly move on. Very important portion, very important concept. Now, you can see now he is recognized with these 4 properties. Class index, accessible context, accessible name. Perfect. For understanding this, I try to now do the same activity. Using test object map, update recognition properties. These are all certification questions. How do I update a recognition properties? So you need to go into this test object map, open it, test object, under test object, test update recognition properties. When you click on that recognition, now it will highlight it. Once he highlights, he will come to one more window. In this window, he will describe you how he has matched the record. Right? He describes you how he has matched the record. So now you can see to the right hand side score, you can see all the class properties matched. First is application is matched, that is a higher level. In application, place order button is the next level. Place order button is recognized. Within place order, he is recognized class, accessible context, name, class index. Everything he has recognized. As I said, don't worry about the name used here. That is not our name. So try to understand why accessible context dot accessible name. Why it is not different. Why it is something else. You don't get into that. If you get into that, you never learn. Certain things we accept as it is. Now, I did this. What I am trying to do is, I am now changing this place order alone. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Let me change the place order alone. I'll now add some other name here. I suffixed with 1, not prefix or suffix, both you can do. I just change it to 1, save it. I now click on test object map again. Now when I click on test object map, you can see now he is not able to recognize the property that is in the application. He is asking you to choose the object actually which one you wanted to update. What he is trying to convey here to you is the object that is default available. right? He's not matching the object that is available in the application. So there is a difference because we have changed one of the property names. So I use the hand, place it onto that object because I know this is the object that I like to manage. I changed it manually. I do it. Now you can see there is the object recognition. There is a score. This recognition score is classes matching, accessible context, accessible name is no match, name is matching, class index is matching. Even though it is three properties are matching, but still it is failing. So then we are getting into why it is failing. What makes it to fail? Because I have at least four properties matching. This is what the script assure is all about in rational functional testing. Understanding the script assure is very, very important factor. Right?